Hey there folks, I'm Jeff. This is Tabletop Toolbox, and today I will be leading you to victory by way of the 2 to 4 player game of Epochs Course of Cultures. Do you have what it takes to create the greatest civilization ever known? Hey there everyone, thanks for joining me here on the channel. If this is your first time here, well then welcome and thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll stick around and check out some other content like my weekly Ratchet variety show series all about board games where I let you share your voice on the channel. Now today I'm going to tell you a bit about Epochs.
Epochs.
Yeah, we weren't quite sure how to say it. Anyways, this is a 4X civilization game from IceMakes and designer Jeffrey CCH. Now, you might be familiar with some of Jeffrey's other games, notably Age of Civilization and Age of Galaxy. These games share a bit of similarities with Epochs, except for one minor exception. Yeah, this is definitely no small box game. Not only that, but it's a rather complex civilization game that is clearly built on some of the DNA of those smaller titles. Now, Epoch is still in the finishing stages of development, so what you're seeing here is a prototype that was provided by IceMakes, but I do at least want to give you a high-level overview of what this game is, how it works, and what it does. Epochs plays over 3, epochs, spanning ancient, medieval, and modern timeframes. Players will explore across a map that is revealed throughout the first few turns of the game. Across each turn, you'll have the option to discover a new invention and then take an action, or you can possibly forego the invention to take 2 actions instead. Inventions will provide a variety of effects, from new resources to extra actions to endgame scoring opportunities. In addition, they'll provide a small benefit to both yourself and to another player, as inventions typically benefit the greater good of mankind. Actions in Epochs range from expanding to a new territory on the map, placing cities between 3 intersecting territories, and establishing trade posts with either neutral cities or those of another player. In addition, there is a separate market available of both military and wonder cards, which can be purchased or built on a player's turn. Much like invention cards, wonders may provide extra abilities or endgame scoring. They'll also often provide culture, which is tracked on this culture track, which itself wraps around the research track where players can further develop their faction, spending science to gain additional culture and other riches. Military, however, is a completely different affair, with players being able to train both a primary and support military unit. Some of these may require upkeep costs each turn in order to be able to provide offensive or defensive support in war. War can happen on any player's turn, though they must first declare themselves a warmonger, which will cost them culture at the end of each epoch. As a warmonger, players can attack the territories and/or cities of a neighboring player or neutral cities, possibly gaining wealth or even claiming those cities as their own. There is a lot more to combat, like these glory tokens that can be stolen from other players. Each of these are worth points to whoever holds them at the end of the game. There is also a unique advantage system that comes into play as certain units attack other units in certain types of terrain. Each of these tokens provides an extra die to each player, depending on which advantages are in effect during each war. Combat is carried out by adding the strength of your military units, plus any bonuses from inventions, wonders, or more, plus the results of any advantage dice that you get to roll. Now, in addition to all of this, as if all of this wasn't enough for players to work with already, there's also a government board, which actually works a lot like the technology trees in some of Jeffrey's earlier games. On a player's turn, they can change their form of government, following these arrows on their government board. Each government provides a variety of immediate and constant effects for as long as that government is in effect. Trust me when I say that there's still a decent list of little details that I'm leaving out here, and I'm doing so primarily because, again, the game is still being tweaked as I record this, but I do also want to get to the part where I tell you just a little bit about what I think of the game. It's pretty good. Civilization games are honestly a dime a dozen these days, and X's are often thrown about in board games with reckless abandon. But I do really like this game. And listen, I realize it's easy to see this prototype provided free of charge and wonder if this video is on the up and up. But regular viewers of this channel will tell you that I speak my mind. And while learning this off of a rough draft of the rules was a bit of a challenge, I've had some really engaging plays of this game. I really enjoy these invention cards and the way they let the game naturally build. I also like the diversity that this government track provides. And while I'm kind of over wonders in civilization games, I appreciate the simplicity of the way that they're implemented in this game. They don't come with a ton of extra rules or exorbitant costs. I also like that the combat in Epochs is almost optional, obviously, depending on who you're playing with. Either way, it'll be a tense game filled with difficult decisions and careful calculations of risk versus reward. There's also a lot of content in this box, and there's an expansion of stuff I don't even have, and I kind of want. If you'd like to see more of Epochs, check out the Kickstarter campaign, which is live right now on Kickstarter.com. And you can also pledge with confidence, as this is the 7th project from IceMakes, and they've delivered on every single one of those projects. And that's me telling you, not them. So go check it out and see if you have what it takes to bring your ancient civilization into the modern era. Cheers.